Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
I've never filed for unemployment before. I've worked since I was 14 years old.
Americans will start seeing the benefits of the $2.2 trillion federal stimulus bill in their bank accounts. But there's one group still waiting for the fruits of that labor. As Valley News Team's Joshua Pagero explains, those who are self-employed say they're feeling left out.
Brianna Stevens says she was laid off once the coronavirus outbreak hit from her job at a Fargo hotel.
I was working 40 hours a week, and all of a sudden, it's gone in an instant.
Stevens says she was denied for unemployment twice by North Dakota, the state saying she did not meet certain requirements.
I don't have no income coming in, and it's very depressing. I would love to just go back to work and live my normal life.
But that's sure to change with North Dakota recently launching its unemployment link for those impacted by COVID-19. North Dakota Job Service says anyone fired because of COVID-19 is eligible for unemployment under the new federal guidelines. But a group still left hanging are small business owners or people considered self-employed. As you can see behind me, there are several businesses closed, and we spoke with owners who tell us this is the first time they're having to apply for unemployment, and it's been hard navigating that system. Tina Lippert is one of those struggling to apply.
When I go under the unemployment website, it's very confusing.
Lippert says she was forced to close her Detroit Lake salon on March 17th after Minnesota Governor Tim Walz issued an order to slow the spread of the coronavirus.
They're still waiting for the guidance from the U.S. Department of Labor to be able to add us in, and they're looking at not being able to make any payments to us until the end of April. And that's a month and a half without an income.
In Becker County, where Lippert lives, nearly 3,000 have filed for unemployment benefits since March 15th. In the whole state, nearly 500,000 have applied. In Becker County, Joshua Pagero, Valley News Live.
Although the self-employed can apply for unemployment, North Dakota and Minnesota say they shouldn't expect any payouts yet. Both states say they're waiting on guidance from the Department of Labor. In the meantime, those who were approved for unemployment should start seeing the extra $600 a week in their paychecks this week. Another person has died in North Dakota with ties to coronavirus. The latest death is a man in his 80s from Morton County, which includes the city of Mandan. He had underlying health issues and is the 9th person in North Dakota to die from the illness. The newest numbers from the state also includes 23 additional new cases of COVID-19, bringing the state's total to 331. 13 are currently hospitalized. Take a look at this photo from inside the Fargo Dome. It shows a couple hundred cots which have been set up in case hospitals were suddenly overwhelmed with the coronavirus cases. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum says it's one of at least 2 designated Tier 3 facilities which could provide minimal care. The governor says it shows the state's readiness, although not needed now and may not be needed at all.
And the goal still remains is that we would avoid using the Tier 3 facilities altogether. We don't expect to need them, but it's our responsibility to protect the health and safety of citizens, and it's also our job to prepare for worst-case scenarios.
The Fargo Dome is one of 2 facilities set up to handle a large number of cases. The other is in western North Dakota at the University of Mary. In Minnesota, 29 new cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed, bringing the total reported to 1,650. The death toll remains at 70. 842 people no longer need to be in isolation and are listed as recovered. Clay County has the darkest shade of blue in our area with 40 confirmed cases so far. Wilkin, Beltrami, and Ottertail also have high totals ranging from 7 to 4 cases. Sure tough seeing all that grapple falling today. We sure could use a bump in temperatures to get us past that. Let's ask Hutch, who joins us now from the First Alert Storm Team Center. Anything to fire us up?
Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like we'll need to keep warm at home because there's more of these snow showers dancing across the eastern half of North Dakota from the state capital and Minot all the way into the Red River Valley. Notice western Minnesota not seeing nearly as much in the way of snow shower activity. We do have some darker blue bands. These are these brief, heavy downpours of snow or graupel, those little snow pellets or Dippin' Dot type snow that falls from the sky. And that's what we're seeing. That's continuing into the afternoon and evening. Notice as you go into Minnesota, less activity, so most of it will stay in the Red River Valley counties and points west. Temperatures sneaking down into those low 20s, and up north, I think we'll even see some teens out there by the time we get to bedtime tonight. Well, it still looks like a slow and go improving process. I'll have details on what you can expect in your Tuesday forecast, and have a look at when that warmer weather returns here in a minute.
Okay, hopefully soon. After our whistleblower story ran last week, a Moorhead woman now says she finally got her money back from a used car dealership. Amanda Sohn reached out to us regarding FamWise, which is located on Main Avenue in South Fargo. Today, the dealership says it has returned the $1,020 it owed her. Sohn said they were using the coronavirus as an excuse not to return her money. That was late February. Moorhead police are asking for your help in locating this individual, a 15-year-old runaway. Brittany Wilson is described as being 5 feet 3 inches tall, 115 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. She was reported as a runaway yesterday. Wilson was last seen wearing a black track-style suit with 3 white stripes on the sides. She is believed to have a black and red backpack in her possession. Anyone with information is asked to call a phone number that we hope to appear on your screen. It is, there it is, 701-451-7660. And the search continues tonight for a missing Fargo woman. Fargo police are trying to find Krista Lynn Hagen. She's 44 years old with blonde hair and hazel eyes. She's 5 feet 6 inches tall, approximately 160 pounds. Hagen was last seen on April 6th. If you have any information where she might be, call local police. A man is suing the Fargo Police Department for more than $1 million, accusing them of violating his rights. Dennis Merritt had several outstanding warrants out of Clay County. The lawsuit says 2 officers slammed him against a patrol car last year. Police say Merritt actually kicked an officer and at one point put a knife to his own throat, threatening to kill himself. Fargo Police Chief David Todd says the police department reviewed the allegations but didn't find anything to support Merritt's claims. Merritt remains in the Cass County Jail. 5 people were arrested on charges including burglary and aggravated assault. All the accused are from Fargo or Grand Forks. Authorities say the assault happened late last night in a Grand Forks apartment. The victim says that the men broke into the unit, assaulted him, and then forced an electronic transfer of money. All of their names and complete charges can be found on this story, which is located on VNL News app. An alleged porch pirate is in jail tonight, accused of stealing packages from West Fargo homes. 28-year-old Anthony John Michael Springer was arrested on an outstanding warrant. We want to show you a video from a Ring doorbell. Police say there were several reports of packages being stolen in the Rivers Bend neighborhood last Friday. Police located Springer the next day, and a search of his vehicle turned up some of the stolen property. Most of you are stuck at home and our cars are going nowhere. Before you run into a problem when you do start it, Investigate TV consumer investigator Rachel DePompa has some tips for you.
It was the dream, right? Drive out of town for spring break. Most of us, though, are not going anywhere, and that means our cars are parked in the driveway or garage for long stretches. Morgan Dean with AAA Mid-Atlantic says if your vehicle isn't moving for weeks, you might eventually find that your battery is dead, or worse yet, that your fuel gummed up the engine. If possible, use a battery tender or other maintenance type battery charger to keep the battery at a full state of charge and prevent deterioration. It's a simple device you hook right up to your battery. Worried about gas settling in the tank? There's a very simple product you can buy, a fuel stabilizer.
Probably the most famous one out there, and anybody who owns a boat knows about. It's called Sta-Bil. Comes in a little jar. You can measure it out based on how many gallons of gas that you have in your vehicle.
Keep your tank full of gas, by the way, and add 10 extra PSI of pressure to each tire to prevent flat spots from forming. And prop up those wiper blades like you do when there's a snowstorm coming to keep the rubber from sticking to the windshield. With this Investigate TV watching your wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
Also, if your vehicle is not on a hill, don't use the parking brake. It could become frozen and the brake pads could rust the rotors, or brake shoes could distort the drums. Later on Valley News Live at 6, good news about a 25-year-old Minnesotan's recovery from coronavirus.
Hit and miss renegade snow showers continue to pass across the valley. Look how far shy of average we are, almost 30 degrees below average for this time of the year. It's a slow warm up. I'll have the details right after this.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live. You're watching Valley News Live on KVLY, your hometown NBC station.
Beyond Boundaries Therapy.
All children develop at different rates. Early detection is the key.
Participate and engage in conversation with others using short sentences. May have sound errors, but the listener can understand most of what they say. Can draw a